Hello and welcome to today's Facecast. Today we're in the book of Psalms, that wonderful book of poetry, but also quite a lot of proclamation too, about who God is and what he does. We're into a very exciting passage here at the moment. It's Psalm 18, beginning to read at verse 13. I think we've got three verses here, but verses 13, 14, 15. Listen to this. This is what God is doing, or has done, will do, can do at times. The Lord thundered from heaven. The voice of the Most High resounded. He shot his arrows and scattered the enemies, great bolts of lightning, and routed them. The valleys of the sea were exposed, and the foundations of the earth laid bare. At your rebuke, O Lord, at the blast of the breath from your nostrils. Wow. It's powerful stuff, isn't it? Sounds like a Hollywood epic. What's it all saying? There's a whole passage here in Psalm 18, which talks about how strong God is and how awesome and powerful he can be. There are other passages in Psalms which talk about his gentleness and his gracefulness to us. Our God, as we know, is both of those things, both powerful and graceful and gracious. Here it's talking about his mighty power. And the wording is, as you might realise, quite poetic, isn't it? It's evoking a sense of something. The Lord thundered from heaven. The voice of the Most High resounded. So this is something strong coming to us from God on high. He shot his arrows and scattered the enemies. Arrows of what? Truth, maybe? Arrows of discipline? Arrows of attack, or maybe arrows of defense. But this is an indication of God being in the military realm, the military capability of things, being a fearsome and forceful God. We sometimes think of God our Father who looks after us and cares for us and tends for his sheep. Yes, but he's also a forceful and powerful God. He shot his arrows and scattered the enemies, great bolts of lightning, and routed them. Imagine those great bolts of lightning striking and bearing down on the people, showing God's wrath and anger at those who disobey him and decry him. The valleys of the sea were exposed and the foundations of the earth laid bare. So this is not just somebody battering the earth. This is somebody in control of things, showing us his great and awesome and powerful presence and ability. The foundation of the earth lay bare at your rebuke, O Lord, at the blast of breath from your nostrils. That's a very poetic symbol, isn't it? That the breath is like a dragon or a demon burning out from the sky. So all of these images are there for a purpose. They're to show the awesomeness, the greatness of God, the wonder and magnitude of God. And we sometimes miss that when we want to draw close to him. We want to hear his still small voice in our ear. And of course, God our Father is both of those things. He is both mighty and awesome and powerful, and he is soft and gentle with us also. It's hard sometimes to keep those two sides of that same coin in our minds. But that's what we need to do. We mustn't be contemptuous or take for granted that God can change things in an instant if he chooses to. But usually he chooses to work through you and through me. And that's humbling, isn't it? Bye for now.